guard with a lot of lane experience. They won in February. It looked like they had everything under control. This is going to be their region this year.
My goodness. Sorry, I'm just so fixated on the one flag that we see in here. You see Experian NXT's got 0 flags.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Only 1 for CASA Brawl. It's massive. It covers an entire set of bleach.
Had like whopping 79% of votes. Now CASA Brawl with only 40%.
No.
What happened to Aaron? Mina's like,
No.
oh, the band immediately is going to be picked up. This is her premiere at a LAN. And she's going to be picked up first. Why does NXT not ban her, Ark?
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. We can at least say for certain that Mina is not going to have a 100% ban rate. I mean, that's what I'm all for. The question now is she going to have a 100% win rate, you know? And I think for all intents and purposes, CASA Brawl should, I mean, we were saying already about this very region. They love those utility brawlers, those agile, fast brawlers, and that's one of them. Straight in the hands of CASA Brawl, which Experian NXT should have definitely banned.
This is Experian NXT handing that over to CASA, saying, you want it? If you don't, then we're going to pick it. This is their plan as a team with the last pick. And now really the question becomes, how well did you prepare, CASA? Did you think that Mina was always going to be banned? Or did you put in some hours on the brawler just to familiarize yourself? So, I don't know, you might have to play it on literally the big stage.
It's a mythic brawler, and she's so interesting because you have these 3 attacks. She cycles through them if you do it in a quick enough succession. Now, we're looking at the bans here that Meg is going to be banned out. Draco, a few of the top brawlers we have also seen before here. Ruffs, for example. Finks, something that Ark mentioned, super good on this map. What's still open here would be Jaeyoung, for example. Some heals that can go with 8-bit. And I don't see him in the top 20 of brawlers on this map.
It's a bit of a head scratcher for me, not gonna lie. Haven't seen 8-bit on this map for a long time. Yes, you can TP into the map and get quickly off the spawn despite your slow and sluggish walking pace. But it's not really a brawler that just comes to mind when we talk about what are the strengths of this very map. Penny, it's not necessarily new meta on this map. I can see it being a threat, certainly, being pocketed.
And it's going to be targeted by the turret. Let's see what Experian NXT has to offer. It is the new kids on the block versus some of the old guard of Brawl. And they've only temporarily fallen to the LCQ level here in their home region.
Already some good aggression, but immediately Pekka coming in to clear house. And that is a person who's going to be so dangerous on this kind of brawler. Some of Pekka's best moments last year came from brawlers that get up in your face. Mortis and tankier options as well. I think it's going to be right at home with this Mina pick already. CASA Brawl starting to inch further forwards towards that 40%.
Now Rupp gets to move forward as well. We'll see Amos also cycle over to the left side, but there's nothing really to deal with this turret. They don't have the range for it. You see also Bell and 8-bit were picked together. Absolutely classic pairing to keep that 8-bit safe from one of its most difficult counters. And you'll see Pekka clean up on the left side so easily. Rupp just going in solo. What's the guy going for? Did get the kill onto Doritos. That is value right there, but it's so unusual. You can see the desperation in Experian NXT's gameplay.
Now there is so much weight on the shoulders of Experian NXT. Pekka just clearing up that left-hand side wondrously well, but a great mark from Amos. It must be said, but it's just one man. He gets 2, but Motep still is there on the zone, tapping into Arthur with the help of that damage booster with that wide radius star power as well, allowing Pekka to come back now and finalize this first game. And a convincing one of that. CASA Brawl didn't break 20%.
That turret did not provide any value. It was too little, too late. CASA Brawl kick it off with a win. And I want to point out also that Mina's not just an assassin. No, she's a team player as well. You saw that shield bubble also protects from any sort of projectiles from overhead, unlike other shields in games such as Buster, that's only stuff that's coming at you laterally. No, it's a big old umbrella over your head, and it's going to be a good response to a Penny, even though it was the first thing picked in the draft, and Penny was last.
Well, I'm enjoying this range from Motep. I don't mind the pick, it's just a bit of an old one, but it makes a lot of sense. You can outrange every brawler on the map, so as long as it's busy with the brawler, then getting some good advantage for his team there with the damage boost is going to bring again that Bell into a good spot as well, even more so. Doritos staying firm on this mid, marking up now as well. They should be able to take care of him despite falling and getting the trade. It is CASA Brawl that are playing the objective well, but not as well as Experian NXT.
No, not quite, but it does look like Casa is coming back. They have that 8-bit turret set up. It's going to be the damage one as well. Here comes Rupp around the right side. Pekka now temporarily protected. No contact with the super, but Pekka still remains alive. Rupp now rotates over to the left side. Pekka needs to be pinched on the left, and Rupp is preparing to do it. Needs his respawning teammate to come around the left. Arthur on the right side goes down solo. Double team also eliminates one more. Pekka to finish off the team wipe, and Casa are in full control.
Oh, this is a great spot here as well with the damage booster. And look at the taps there from Doritos. Pekka falls in the bottom right. It does mean that he's going to have to be able to come back in and try to get back in that spot. But Rupp is marked up and immediately finds a nest egg and a death. 85% now closing in for Casa Brawl, and it looks like a very convincing set. One final stand for an experienced NXT.
Here it comes, now counting up to 100%, only 6% to go for Casa. Pekka's looking for some kind of kill on the left or right. Got cross-eyed, couldn't focus on either Amos or Rupp. And now it's Doritos and Motep to try and make something out of this position. Rupp's closing around the right. That's going to be the kill. He's majorly assisted by his own shield. But now, of course, he is on low HP. Pekka gets 2! Cleans up the last 6%. Casa Brawl.
Continue through this draft. That's what makes fantastic, exciting plays at the LCQ.
We need to see them step it up here. We've already seen a pretty solid set one from them. Really just weird draft they figured out is that it's all about nope, 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 and they left Kid open. Oh dear.
But they're not respecting the Ollie, you know, and that's wide open here. I think for experienced NXT, time to take things back into your own hands with something aggressive and support it. The Kit first pick is definitely going to be a troublesome thing if they've not prepared for that kind of thing. There's so many combos that you can really have with Kit. Whether it's suitable for gem grab for me, it's a bit of a question mark. I think Knockout's definitely Kit's best game mode, but it can work. That's the point. And attaching and dropping the gems in the process could be a factor which experienced NXT have got to be cautious around. Cordelius is going to be their first pick, and I think it's a good way to start things off as that insurance policy for tanks.
Yes, you just got to be safe. Also, you've got plenty of walls to play around. It wouldn't be so good for Kit if they decide to break open walls, so have to respect that as well. But see, the issue with Kit first pick, well, for the people playing into it, is that it's so versatile. You can first pick it, bait out anti-Kit strategies from the enemy team and go like, actually, you know what? I'm just going to play as a combo. Are we going to go like Kit Janet, you know, something a little bit cheesy? After seeing that untraditional 8-bit and Bell in the previous one, I wouldn't really put it past Casa to go for something pretty old-fashioned like that. Bell wouldn't be so bad here either. Stable mid into that Bonnie should be able to mark her up, get some pretty serious damage, though, once again, concerned about who that Bonnie is going to be jumping onto and whether they'll have the metal to shrug her off.
Casa Brawl go for Ollie because now the Cordelius is in play. I think that was the idea. It's their biggest brawler pick in scrims with 17 plays. But with the Kit, you know, now is it going to deter away from their idea? That's my question mark. They've kind of committed to it. They kind of have to go for it, and they do go for it. The Ollie will come out now, but I think experienced NXT are a bit onto the strategy. I think that's why they went with the Cordelius first to see what would happen, and now they've got the answer. I still got to say, by pairing the Charlie as well, which is the best counter that experienced NXT could have had under those circumstances, I'm loving what Casa are cooking.
Well, I have to wonder, you know, at this point, do we just see like a Janet? She's able to jump away, she's able to fly away. There's like counter, you know, strategies for everyone on Experian NXT, and I'm almost tempted to say that Experian wanted Casa to go with that Ollie. You know, they, you know, kept it a little bit safe. You know, no roughs pairing, of course, so that it doesn't, you know, get picked up by Casa immediately. And they also left it open. It's a first pick worthy brawler. Here comes Shade. I'll tell you why this is so good is because it's able to attack through walls. No wall break here. Should also be able to clean up those fighters easily. My main concern with this brawler is absolutely the theft.
This will be for experienced NXT. But if they can break some of this momentum and silence the crowd just a little bit, place some doubt into their minds, they'll definitely fill themselves with more confidence and taking an affirming role in the mid. Great taps from Rupp there. Finding Doritos twice there despite the invisibility of the cardboard box. So a good start off the mark.
Yeah, Rupp's seen into the future a little bit, know exactly what Doritos is going to do, and your next move will be you'll jump onto Arthur. Is that going to be a takedown for Rupp? Well, even though he probably anticipated it, didn't have the DPS to shrug him off. We'll see Pekka now also strung that left side. Doritos is inside the Experian NXT spawn. It's a dangerous situation. Rupp will get taken down. Doritos is still alive. What are we seeing right here? Drew's going to heal up just so he doesn't get one shot by this brawler coming out of the cocoon. Nope, still taken down by the crit from Arthur.
Yeah, some questionable decisions for me, for sure. I mean, it was a good position there for the kit, and experienced NXT should have paid a bit more attention to just tackling it, but the jump from the body directly down, and I mean, the timing was going to be easy for Doritos to be able to land the connection. So definitely questionable things, decision-making for NXT.
Yeah, Arthur was chasing Pekka for quite a while with that gadget, ended up not using it, now saving it for Doritos. He's got a hypercharge as well. That's going to be dangerous, but what's the counterplay for CASA? See Arthur gradually moving in position. He doesn't actually have to use it, just existing over here is going to be a lot of pressure. Now we're going to go for it. Pekka in with Hypnotize. Arthur trying to stay inside of that wall, a chain to dash, now looking for Motep. A hypercharge super out to the right side. Arthur with expert dodges, tries to get away. 3 gems, that's enough. Doritos, now the survival Rupp with a jump away. Amos now trying to get away, but cannot do it. And CASA has almost thwarted this push. Rupp still gets away with 7 gems.
Arthur playing out of his mind. Again, a 16-year-old that has made the first debut to LCQ in the first year of competitive play, and that was unreal. Pekka coming in with the hypercharge now, and this could be devastating. The hypercharge connection, the hypnosis, the gems drop the cycle as well. Pekka is just persistent here, and now Arthur falls. Gems back to CASA. What a steal!
Hit hypercharge online. He's going to jump over to Motep just to stay safe. I think it would have rather held on to that. Now going to be the gem carrier for the squad. It's all up to Pekka and Motep to play defense around him. Rupp didn't have any idea. Snuck over with the box of invisibility to the back lines. And a little big shake to celebrate. CASA gets a game win after one of the closest games that we have seen yet today.
We're being invaded!
Get him out of here! They're multiplying! Wait. Who invited him here?
New brawler question mark?
Yeah.
What a match, though, we've got here. I feel like if NXT can bring some of these plays again further forwards into the spotlight, then they could turn this around. It's just a question of their mental at this stage. Arthur making some fantastic plays, but it just wasn't enough to bring them towards a game win. So CASA Brawl continues to turn every screw in this match.
Just that last game right there has instilled so much belief in me and just the mechanical skill of Experian NXT, but I think this hit will still end up being their undoing. We'll see Doritos trying to move away from Amos. Arthur knows exactly where he is. He's going to hit that grit, though, is really the question. Doritos gets a trade. That's perfectly fine. He was in the realm, deep in enemy territory, and he still managed to get some value. Now Pekka looks for the Hypnotize, gets it, needs one more shot. He's got slow reload on this Ollie, but that Hypnotize lasts just long enough. Doritos in once again for the cycled super. Not going to come true. We'll see Experian NXT gradually take over things at mid.
The hypercharge for Motep could really come in at a pivotal time here. There's the invisibility of Doritos, connects to Arthur, straight into the realm for Pekka by Amos. Motep on his own, but able to keep that cocoon to hand to be able to defend himself against Arthur. And that was really quite a pivotal moment. It has put NXT into the mid and able to equalize in the gems. But look at that, hypercharge for Doritos as well as Motep now. It's dangerous territory as Pekka can't be far away from his either.
Should be a double kill here for Doritos. Needs to jump on Rupp. No, has to abandon. Nope, still going in for the super. At least a stun onto Arthur means something. Pekka in, looked for an opportunity to get away, but decided just to hang on to his hypercharge and super. Now this is deadly. It's a hypercharge for Doritos. Same goes for Pekka on the top left. Motep hanging on to his own. That's 2 supers. They're waiting to get a third one online so they can be safe. But they cannot jump Rupp right now. They need to force him out of that super, make him panic, and then take full advantage. Doritos gets a jump on him. Literally, Rupp with the jump away. Doritos cycles. Now looks for another Rupp. Alive and Experian NXT. Hold on.
And Gems lit at the mid, picked up by NXT. And Arthur doing a great job just going on the offensive on that top right-hand side. Will CASA Brawl be able to get the utility they need to be able to defend against what could be the inevitable here? Coming forward, Motep. Pekka lurking from this left-hand side. There's no time on the clock. Surely now, NXT survive. They get a game, but the set is still for grabs.
Much different game here in number 2. You saw Experian NXT play a much more controlled game. Number 1 was just all over the place. A near last-minute comeback there for Arthur, and ended up actually putting those gems safely in the back left corner where they could not be retrieved at all. It was so close. This time, they got the abilities online just as they needed to. And even still, actually, Rupp got jumped by Doritos with a hypercharge. That was pretty dangerous. We'll see CASA absolutely steamroll through that left side with the 2v1 matchup that Experian NXT was not expecting at all.
Good connection there from Doritos. Amos able to use the wall to his advantage and keep alive. Arthur taken into hypnosis by Pekka. And CASA taking a slow pace to these first gems from the mid. Now Arthur comes back, big swipes onto Pekka, and probably one shot away from getting super back again. This is much better. This could be potentially a set here. I feel like NXT are starting to find their stride.
They totally have. They just needed to be offered a little glimpse of victory, just the opportunities to survive through this. We see Arthur now taken down, Pekka with the super forward. Motep is in position to get the cocoon on Rep, the gym carrier. They want to get that hypercharge off of him. Instead, Rep's going to decide, you know what? I'd rather have Pekka dead now. Whoa, missed super for Motep. Arthur just totally weaved that as if he saw it coming from a mile away.
And it would have been better to reserve that cocoon for Rup. Let's be honest, he's got no super. He's susceptible to it. You can push forwards and force back the gem carrier just by this very scenario, but they didn't go for it. Pekka now with the hypercharge is the saving grace for CASA here. Can they make something of it? As Arthur is going in with the hypercharge himself. Amos jumps away, goes down. It's a reset for now, and 3 gems for Pekka.
Rupp's got to hang on here, can't afford to play too aggressively, and doesn't really have much in form of defense either. Here comes Doritos. Do they know his position? Oh, they're trying to find him. Amos knows. On the right side, Doritos now getting challenged. No cocoon for Motep. Rupp stays alive on the left side. Arthur gets taken down, but only barely. And here comes a last-ditch effort from Amos on the right side. They cannot let this 10th gem go to CASA, but Doritos has enough pressure with his hypercharge and super. Gonna go for it now. What? Double jump! Totally nullified. Now forward for Rupp on the right side. Will get the takedown, but doesn't have a super. Does have it now to get away. Arthur in the correct position. There is a chance for Experian.
So risky for Rupp, but he survives in the top right, and now with the hypercharge. Can he find the connection? He slams down. He gets Pekka. The gems are with NXT. Arthur comes in from the right, secures Motep, and this could be a set.
Rupp gets his gadget online just at the right time to speed away. Arthur, that's fine. He can be cannon fodder as long as Rupp is okay. 5 seconds to go for CASA to start bringing this back, but Rupp is untouchable. A celebration arc of victory as Experian NXT go against all of our expectations. Dumpstered by every single team.
Out about it, but NXT, they've got so much to prove, and I think this is them potentially coming into their own.
60% of people who predict defeat over here. The way the map forces you to converge at the enemy side. How there's not 3 lanes to fight at the beginning. Instead, it's just 2. Then it becomes 4. 1 towards the middle. You can super a ball all the way from the start. Willow first pick. I absolutely love this. It doesn't have to be a good rest of the draft, honestly. I'll side with the Willow. I just love this brawler in general.
Mina Band, not Kenji though, or Ollie for that matter. So Willow makes a lot of sense as that first pick brawler for Experian NXT to have something for defense regardless to it being a big HP tank coming forwards. Let's see what CASA are feeling about things. Banning out Cordelius, they like a little bit of Larry and Laurie on this map, so that would probably be where my mind is thinking, especially against the Willow here, and it's going to be just that. That makes a ton of sense. They would like to have got the Willow, but they'll settle. I can see that being the case. Otis as well could be a bit of a time now for insurance. This is why I'm here, folks.
I'll pat you on the back. I'll pat you right now. You didn't see it. But yes, CASA, okay, so they've gone for this Larry and Laurie. You don't often see it that early in the draft. Usually it's a great thing to conceal for the last pick, so you don't get countered too hard. But CASA, they're not interested in playing that thrower v thrower game. They want to save their last selection for something that is more powerful as a counter selection. Experian NXT now thinking about what exactly they're going to do into these throwers, into that ollie. They fully intend on leaving these walls up. Shade is their method. With the thrower already on their team, wouldn't be so great to go ahead and break all the walls, even though pretty much all of them are breakable here on Sunny Soccer. And they're going to try and do this again. It worked out for them decently well there in the last set. The only set they've won so far here. And undoubtedly they'll put Arthur on that one as well.
They love their tanks. Primo is a weird one, which they love to play a lot in scrims, but they've got Otis on the other side now. So has that made them change their mind in that regard? I wonder. Mo as well. Another team which likes to experiment with that brawler. Jae Young is going to be the Mo. I don't mind it. I'm growing towards it, but it's still early days for me to be convinced too much by it.
Yeah, something I'll say about Mo is that you can't catch people off guard. Otis is going to need really, really good timing to catch Mo as he comes out from underground. You've got, of course, Larry, who now needs to fear someone coming from underground. He chucks stuff over blocks, and here comes Mo to dig underneath and surprise him. He's got that hypercharge, which is such a severe threat as well, and he'll be able to get that super for free if he passes it forward, supers towards it. He'll have another super to shoot it into the goal. So there's like some, you know...
Played a fantastic shade and gem grab just now. We know how dangerous he is on this brawler. That gives me confidence.
Look at Arthur on the right side, just going, sending it at Motep. Knows he's going to be taken down here, but it's fine as long as he gets his super eventually. Then he'll be able to deal with Doritos pretty swimmingly. The damage is just not enough to deal with Motep. Passed over to Pekka, who's got enough HP. 25 health to walk it in. What do you know? Such a close interaction for CASA to get to the first goal.
And that one shot there from Rupp was enough to get the mind control ready as super, but it just wasn't there in time, and CASA Brawl did a really spectacular thing there by rushing the goal early on, knowing that Rupp had no way to defend it.
Here they come once more. Rupp has that mind control, might use it on Motep, who's going to be trying to get around Pekka. A little slimy, no ankle breaker. No, not quite. CASA has a stalwart defense here, and it is risky to get out in the open as a thrower, which is required of Willow to execute. Here comes Arthur now. Shield active. Inside the wall, no clip on. Looking for the kill on Motep, barely out of range. Decides to pop the gadget and go ahead and get it. Now, takedown for Amos on the left side. A super forward needs to go to Arthur. That's going to be enough time. Arthur looking for the super pass. Why? Tripped up on the wall. You got to be kidding me. No! What a disaster for Experian NXT.
Two blunders there as well, because Amos was trying to super the pass up forwards to the map, and Rupp intercepted, and then it got to him late, and then he stumbled on the wall. It's all getting a little bit shaky for Experian NXT, but a chance nonetheless still to go forwards to get the goal off of a huge hypercharged swipe. There's a second, leaving just Doritos. This ball has got to come forwards. It's got to be over the line. Arthur's making a run for it, and he gets it.
Tied up ball game here with 50 seconds left on the clock. Costa firing away that fat splatter on the left side already to try and diminish the value on the left lane. But Rupp still remains alive, though battered and bruised as he's forced to back away. Arthur on the right side can get some assistance from Amos in close range. Torpedo connects. Now Costa move forward as a wall of HP and damage.
Rupp goes down. It's an easy walk in there for Doritos. And it's a game for CASA Brawl. The crowd reignite the arena. And you can see loud. Very happy with that.
Oh, and they're getting loud too. Just listen to the crowd cheering on the hometown heroes. CASA Brawl, a team plagued by underwhelming performances throughout most of the season. They started off strong, but they seem to step it up when it matters most. They've got just that edge they need to take the advantage in this map and bring it to a 1 versus 2.
Let's see. We see Rupp get that mind control faster this time round, because he is their best chance for a defense. So Experian NXT. Arthur trying to get the Hank within that radius field, be able to earn the utility off the back of it. Amos just dancing into left-hand side with the Otis, trying to not feed into that mute. Rupp going to bring the ball back, dives into the ground. A lot of damage on the way out, though. He just survives. CASA playing is very slow, by the way.
They are. They do not intend on letting Experian NXT step on the gas pedal at all. The slow control play has gotten the kill versus Amos on the left side. Here's the thing, though. The more they're willing to take those hits, the more slow they are willing to play this, the more they stand to get punished once these hypercharges come online for Experian NXT. Arthur on the right side gets the kill. Whoa! Weaves a shot from Pekka. It does get taken down eventually, but this could be a goal-scoring maneuver. Amos has the super. Pekka needs to be eliminated. That's the mind control. Motep! And it's cleared by Amos to get goal number 1 for Experian.
A much different start to the game. A much later goal as well. CASA just seem to be, I don't know, just taking a very different approach that's not paying off. They should probably go back to what they were doing in the first game, really, and just turn on the gas. Now, Glory comes out, gets a couple of shots in, but nothing too much to write home about. Rupp does need super. Again, he's got the hypercharge, which is even bigger, especially in the position that NXT are in. Great lanes from Amos and Arthur, everyone coming into their own, and it's going to be another game. Experian NXT, bite back.
From out of nowhere, Experian NXT, a team that had such few expectations. In scrims, we're getting dominated by South American teams, including the ones that have qualified for Worlds already, that are still getting up to speed with the meta right now. That's usually the benchmark for how well people are going to perform at this LAN, and Experian NXT just did not clear that bar. But versus CASA, man, are they putting on a show. This is as tight up as it gets. Till we see a set number 5, which, judging by what I see now, is just in the works.
It's so neck and neck, very much like BC Gaming versus Team Electros in that regard, and I hope for the crowd's sake at least,
yes,
so we don't see a second loss to the home region. That would be devastating to have two South American teams in that losers bracket, but let's see. There's plenty of time still to go in this series for either of these two teams. Pushing forwards now are CASA Brawl. Amos under heavy scrutiny here, down to 88 HP, but he comes out on top. What a play, because that could have been a goal for CASA even. Pushing it forwards now, but Arthur's got a lot of work to do here, and he's all alone.
Motep's doing a wonderful job, though, of keeping control and doing gradual damage. One shot on Arthur. Had to see it coming from a mile away, but also, you see Arthur was trying to stay away from Pekka, because he's already got that super active. Got to be working as well on yet another one. Motep clears around the right side. It's got to be a pass to him. Rupp with a mind control. Now Doritos needs to look for a major play. No! No stun, no mute on Arthur. He's able to pass it away. That was what they were counting on to score a goal, but they still have position at least.
Plenty of time here for CASA Brawl. Arthur Lowe goes down just in time to get the heel off from the lorry for Pekka. Can he find the pass through here? Intercepted by Amos, and it's blundered. Can he get to Doritos? It does just about there. The game now much more in favor of CASA Brawl.
Experience ready to fire back, though. They've got a hypercharge for Willow. Makes her invincible while she's in the middle of her super. See if it's utilized now. Motep would be the ideal target since he has the most HP. Gonna send it forward. What? No! No hypercharge, no super to combine it with. Motep's got the hypercharge active. The shield online.
Oh, way!
No! Hypercharge forward. Doritos getting dodged. Arthur trying for these shots. Wanted another super. Won't be able to do it. But what a save!
Oh, if that would have gone in, I would have jumped out of the casting desk and onto the ground. Unreal. But NXT have got 20 seconds to find a response, and the ball is pocketed. It's going to be so hard, even with the mind control. Rook needs Super to be having that combined with the hypercharge, and they're not giving them a glimpse from the side of CASA Brawl. They look safe and sound, and Rook now too low HP to do anything about it. CASA Brawl bring the crowd alive, gain the set, 2 sets to 1.
Is not really that much for a team.
By a long shot, they can bring this back as you go now into hideout for Bounty. And historically, a map and mode that I feel does kind of favor South America a little bit. They play Bounty very well. They might not have been expecting things like Squeak, Byron, Hank, you know, Mortis even. They are a team that dare to try. Mina banned out here, no surprises there. Kaze and the G in the bans of the Byron, the Bonnie, and the Bell by CASA. So maybe CASA have done their homework.
Let's go.
Well, here comes Jaeyong. You talked about a balance of offense and defense and knowing exactly when to go for it. Jaeyong is so perfect for that. He's able to, you know, defend himself in close range. No stun or anything, but he does have the gadget that'll give him additional damage, do damage in the radius. You got the speed that can get you to the enemy side. Everyone, you know, pretty much runs a speed star power except for certain conditions. We'll see what Experience NXT now has to offer.
Wow, I feel like it's early for Hank. I would not go with that very idea. Ollie is a much safer pair of hands, especially in the current meta, but without the Byron to be able to support it, as we got a legendary drop coming, it's 500 credits.
That's pretty good.
Let's go.
That's pretty good. Okay, you know, he's working on the Brawl Road right now. If that were me, I got a max account, I would be so happy to receive credits. I got to work through Alien Fame, bro. My goodness, that's a lot. Okay, back to the game at hand. Yes,
and just for the record, if we ever get that happen again, we are looking straight at the drop. The draft can wait.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. We have priorities here at the BSC. So back to the draft. Gus paired up with this Ollie. That's going to be pretty good, I think. Kit now to stymie all of that. Jump on someone unexpectedly. We talked about modes where this is really good. Bounty's one of them.
Yeah, with the Jaeyong as well, having that additional speed to have with the kit and that brawler of which the kit is going to apply itself to. It's definitely a dangerous prospect in that regard.
You can't resist my charm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward, looking through what they had to offer. They went with the Charlie. It's not really going to have much synergy with the kit. I mean, I felt like they would like the Kaze or the Ollie or the Bonnie with the kit, and there's none of that left available. So they've gone with the Charlie to try to deter against the Ollie. But what purpose does the kit have in this scenario then?
It's just to, I guess, yeah, this one's truly bizarre. It says a 4-5. Is it to bait out something from Experience NXT that would work out so well for them? I'll tell you, Kit can probably stun up that Ollie in key situations, maybe one that Casa's been sitting on for a while. Here comes a squeak from Experian NXT. It's going to be useful into those Charlie spiders, but...
Most play brawler in their scrims didn't have the best of win rates at 46%, but nonetheless, it's one which they feel very comfortable with, and you know, I feel that it's a brawler which can thrive under the right circumstances. But with the Gust pairing with that Ollie, if they can evade the Charlie and get some value from that pairing, this could easily go the way of NXT.
Well, we're playing East versus West now. That blue star goes to Motep, who snagged it quite early on. He's got a super to use as well. Whoa, hold up. Why are we upside down? What's Casa doing at Experian NXT spawn? Really untraditional way to play this. Are they just trying to catch Experian NXT on unexperienced and force them to play in an uncomfortable situation? So far, it's not working so well. Double kill on the same tick. Pekka left out to dry. 5-star lead for Experian NXT.
And that's what I'm saying about comfort picks. That squeak of Amos went to town. Now's the connection of the Kit with the, I can't see, it's Jae Young that he's attached to, getting some taps into Arthur, pushing forwards now. A cookie popper gadget there from the Gust does deter them slightly, but I'm looking at Pekka. That cocoon could be absolutely devastating now. They're taking their time, as they should, on the side here of Casa Brawl. They are behind by 5 stars.
Whoa!
There's a huge squeak connection yet again. Amos, he's killing it.
Motep now coming around the left side. Ooh, do they know he's there? Is Arthur gonna find him? Okay, we've got a sleeper agent in the back left. They're completely unaware. Gonna look for it. Gets blasted away. Now killing Arthur. Can't get away, but it's fine. They've gotten some stars off of that. That is progress right there. They need 2 kills. Any 2 kills can put them in the lead and win by the blue star.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Arthur going in now as well. The aggressive gets the hypnosis connection as well, but goes down. That's 1 kill that they cannot really afford. The cocoon is there as well. Amos coming out. No way! That's massive from Motep, rushing back to spawn at NXT. They've got to find a kill. Doritos, he's low. He's got the blue star. Can they survive it? What an unreal moment for Casa Brawl!
Kit deep in enemy territory is what it takes to bring it home. He got double hits. It was only a couple of swipes that he needed to get his super. And even though he was taken down, that was the start on the path to a victory. Experian NXT, my goodness, so close to keeping that one under control.
I'll be honest, they might not recover from that. That came at the worst possible time. In the midway through a set now, which Casa Brawl have just stolen, literally stolen away. Such a shame for NXT there, because that was all controlled by them until that moment of time. So now, 1 star of a lead, but their mental, it's got to be all over the place.
Gosh, you gotta be shattered by this point. So many times they've been just on the edge of victory and could not get it at the final seconds. Now Casa Brawl trying a different strategy here. They've got Kit combined now to throw some yarn balls towards Experian NXT. They're on low health. That's kind of scary. But Casa doesn't really have the range or the damage to punish. They're just going to hang on and get ready for their next push.
Motep lurking on the right-hand side here. Of course, can go between bushes as he wishes with the cardboard box. There's enough of a slight gap to be able to do just that. So NXT have got to be very cautiously aware to his presence here. Now attaching. No, going invis actually. Gets some swipes onto Arthur, comes back and now attaches to the Jae Young. But then as quickly as that, de-attaching. Pekka's right-hand side has got the cocoon, and they're just timing their run here for Casa Brawl.
They know what they need is a Kit hypercharge to get a kill and then get the heck out of there. And they're hanging on to these defensive abilities as long as they can. Pekka gets a hypercharge super. That's pretty good for offense, but it's even better when it comes to defense. Arthur is also raring to go. How close is he to a hypercharge? I'd say he's actually pretty far away. He's been sitting on top of the super for so long. Despite being new to the game, they have the patience that's required for greatness. Here it comes. Hypercharge in for Motep.
Huge connection. Motep will find the kill and the steal of the stars as well. Coming back now. Arthur bringing Motep towards the spawn side, but it might not be enough. Will Casa Brawl get the stars? They do. It's GG match. And then